Welcome everyone to I Got You Gurl.
Yeah,
Welcome
we back.
Episode
All right.
number 6.
Yes.
Well, wasn't that last episode fun?
It was.
I had a good time.
A lot of fun.
It was fun.
Of fun. And we don't have food this episode, but we got something different.
Yeah, we got something different. So, what's going on? What we doing today?
Okay, so today is our big tribute. So we have so much in store for you guys today. I'm super excited about it. We have special guests that I'm very, very happy to introduce to you later on.
Yes.
But we will start with just our introduction. So go ahead, Sakari. You have a question, right?
Sakari's like, what? So Sakari was prepped to ask a question about the ambiance.
Oh, yes.
Oh my goodness.
She said what? She said go ahead, Sakari. So,
Wake yourself up, teenager.
Yeah, wake up.
what is the setup? Like, what are we doing here?
It's
we have
bright.
Tacos. We have the festivals up there.
Well,
What is
today's
that?
decoration is to celebrate Cinco de Mayo, which was yesterday, but we're doing it today. And Cinco de Mayo was the date of the Mexican Army's victory over France at the Battle of Puebla during the France-Mexican War on May 5th, 1862. And a fun fact is it's actually Mexico's and not Independence Day. Everyone thinks like it's their Independence Day.
Yeah, that's what they say.
It's not.
So what we celebrating?
Their victory over France.
Oh, okay.
At the battle, but it's not
Okay.
Independence Day. So.
So we'll just celebrate
Cinco de Mayo.
tacos and
Food.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did anybody eat tacos yesterday?
Enchiladas.
Okay.
Favorite
My
food
job,
ever.
we found there's a little Mexican restaurant
Oh, I was gonna say.
that they made some tacos and it was really good.
Yeah.
The one place that I went to like last week, honey, they was closed. They was like, we celebrating. It's a holiday.
I sent you a video of tacos yesterday.
Have you guys been able to find good, authentic restaurants here?
Yes.
Sis, it's been a struggle.
yes.
It's a struggle.
Yes.
Mexican
Okay.
restaurant?
Do
It's in
share.
Altamont Springs. It's called a passive aggressive.
Mexican food.
Authentic.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
Right.
like
You
living
ain't
in
there?
California, you know like what authentic Mexican food tastes like.
Oh,
After
man.
you taste, it's like this is disgusting.
You know,
Like,
you're
you can't find street
The
tacos
most
nowhere.
Mexican
So sad.
food we have out here is Del Taco.
No.
oh
that's
no,
not it.
sis.
That's not
Don't
it.
even disrespect like that.
That's not it.
No.
Yeah,
There are
that's
some
not it.
places
There
over
are
by
some
where
places.
you all live that are really good. And when we have
Tell me about
a
it.
guy, his name is Cristobal. Christopher is his name. How do you say it in Spanish?
Cristobal.
Yes, that. Yeah, go on in.
Ooh.
Spanish. Yeah. She. Sorry, I'm being silly. Anyway, he is Mexican and he came and helped work on trees. And he shared where there's some really authentic. He said, if you want real Mexican food, I'm not doing her. If you want real Mexican food, you got to go to like Altamont Springs area. So that's why I was gonna say.
Try. Whenever I go to California, I will get my authentic.
Yeah,
Mexican
probably
food.
taking us
Yes.
to the taco
We
joint.
literally ate like
Yeah.
enchiladas and tacos and all that kind of stuff for like 4 days straight.
Yeah.
I
You
know,
can
it's
never
not
get
terrible.
tired.
It was good.
But I mean, I like street tacos, but it ain't
I
nothing
love-
like a homemade
Man,
taco.
yeah, that's true.
You know, when you
That's
make them
like
from
it.
home, it's just
It's everything.
and haystacks.
Man, oh,
Everybody don't know about
That's
haystacks.
not
Yeah,
Mexican.
y'all don't know about
That's
haystacks.
just struggle food.
It's
Tell me,
food.
how you feel that
Right.
Haystacks is struggle
Haystacks
food.
is a glorified taco
it is salad?
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's wonderful.
Well,
Ooh.
anyway, struggle or not, I'll
Struggle
eat
or
them
not,
every week
I'm
as
gonna
we
struggle.
have.
Yeah, that's our beans and rice.
Yeah, and so Grant and Maurice were talking, you guys, earlier this week about this new way of making tacos that I've
Who is
seen.
Grant and Maurice?
So Grant is
To
my
our viewers.
son. Thank you. Grant is my son, and Maurice is kind of like my adopted son, and
Grant's
that's
best
Grant's
friend.
BFF, best friend. And so they have found or see where now they're making like a sauce that whatever
it's basically
the
like oil, like
is it, yeah, it's like whatever the taco meat is cooked in, they're taking that and actually pouring the juices over the tacos. So like they're frying the tacos and then like they're dipping them, not pouring it over, but they serve it like in LA now where you dip the tacos in that sauce.
Oh,
I
I've seen
saw
it.
that.
It looks really good.
That
It looks
good.
good,
Yeah.
but like I feel like it's just like a crunchy shell with cheese. It's like regular cheese.
No, it's so
tacos, 'cause
good.
It has,
You tried
it
it?
still has the
I
same
tried
meat
it in Reno.
and that cilantro and onion. Like I don't know, it looks the same.
It's a
to me.
special
I
type
feel like
of
it's
taco.
a
Reno has
Yeah,
a good
it's hard to-
taco
it's hard to
place.
pronounce.
I still don't get mad at Jim
Jim
Boys.
Boys.
I was just kidding.
Jim Boys will save your life. Okay.
Jim Boys is the best. Oh my gosh.
That's not
So
What?
I do not like
Elise.
the boys.
All right. So anyway,
Yeah.
thank you for
Anyway.
sharing that information.
Yes,
You're
thank
welcome.
you.
Well, we've enjoyed Cinco de Mayo, and we will afterwards have ourselves some
Haystacks.
haystacks. There we go.
All right. Okay,
So I have today's shout out of the day, and his name is Isaiah Garza. I hope I said that right. But I found him off of TikTok. Anyone who has TikTok, you've probably seen him because he just blew up. But basically, his mission during ever since like the pandemic and everything was to help homeless people who are suffering from homelessness, families who are suffering from the pandemic, and also survivors of trafficking. And so I was on TikTok just scrolling one day, and he had helped this woman. Her name is Robin, and it was cute because on every video that Robin was in, he had like pulled up on where her like tent was, and he's also located in Los Angeles. So if you know California, the poverty and homelessness is really, really bad. So he pulled up and he met Robin, and in every video he would pull up and his thing and Robin's thing was, "Hey honey." So he would always
No, it
pull
was
up
Hey Sweetie.
or "Hey sweetie," that's what it was. He would pull up and he was screaming out the window, "Hey sweetie," and she would pop up. She was like, "Oh hey," and so every week, I guess he would go back and he would always bring her something new. Like one week, he brought her flowers and took her to get her hair done.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
He just
nice.
one time he bought her food, took her to get some new clothes.
Yeah,
and
he bought her
shoes.
food. He bought her shoes. He had made like I think it was like he made like 1 million followers, and ever since he had started making videos with Robin, he kind of blew up off of that. So when he made like 1 million followers, I think it was, he bought a cake that said 1 million followers and brought it to Robin, and they shared that cake. And it was just little stuff like that.
That's
and he ended up
awesome.
setting up a GoFundMe page, and so many people donated. He ended up getting her an apartment.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep,
They were
took
like,
her off the
"Oh,
streets,
that's
has an
awesome."
apartment. Yep, and he had told her one morning that he was going to take her to brunch,
Okay.
and instead he took her to brunch, but reunited her with her family.
Oh my
And
gosh.
everyone
Yeah.
assumes that like people that are homeless have like drug problems. It wasn't. She didn't have like a drug problem because she just lost her job and couldn't.
Right,
really
he was
back
just
on her
struggling.
own.
Yeah,
So many times, that's a lot of what the story is. They
Yeah.
just-
Everyone just assumes
You
that
know.
they're like.
and I was
Yeah.
like, that is
Just a drug
so
addict,
amazing.
yeah.
I know like one time I looked at my bank account, I only have $5 short, but I was like, listen, it's going to a good cause. I've donated to
Oh,
these GoFundMe.
wonderful. That's
Yeah,
good.
really, like
That's
that's
good.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so like that's just like him and his team of people. That's their mission. And it's so amazing.
They do it for
So-
all people, not just her. Like a whole bunch of people.
Just
Yeah.
just
Is it
random
in
people.
LA?
Yeah, they're
Is it
based
on
in
Skid
LA.
Row?
I don't know. I don't think it's Skid Row, but it's in LA. And
Oh,
like
man.
so many
That's
videos, he'll like go up to people. I know this one family. I would think I was telling you about it. It was this family. They had lost their father and husband during
yes.
the pandemic and
Yes.
everything, and she needed groceries. Her and her children, and I think he
He
gave
let her-
them $500 for
Or
groceries.
groceries.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's
and it's
beautiful.
just all of that. It's just helping people.
So he's taking what people are giving and paying it forward.
And
That's
he's his own
awesome.
money because
Yeah.
he makes a lot of money because he's like a jewelry, like he makes jewelry for rappers and stuff like that.
Oh, I didn't know
Okay.
that.
Yeah,
I-
it's a
Isaiah
income.
Garza.
Isaiah Garza.
Okay,
So
Isaiah
we'll put his
Garza.
GoFundMe, his YouTube, his TikTok, Instagram. We'll put all that down below. But
Excellent.
yes, he is our big shout out of the day.
Shout
Yes,
out.
thank you, Isaiah. And
Yes,
please,
awesome
yes, thank
job.
you, Sakari. If you can and if you want to, please donate. That's what we are here to do, is to
Right.
bring forward those that are actually making a difference and doing good things out there. So
I think
that's
the
wonderful.
one good thing about like social medias these days is like, you know, when you go to the store and they're like, do you want to donate to Salvation Army? You don't really know where your money is going, but like on TikTok you can see the results of like what your money is, like
It's
what you're putting
going
your
to.
money into, right?
And so that helps you kind of be able
Yeah,
to
it
see.
helps you know,
yeah.
like I actually want to support this.
That's
I
a
know
good
it's-
point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very nice.
So yeah.
All right. Well, thank you. We just going on a high note today.
I'm telling you.
Well, keep us going, Nita. So, what else is this lovely show gonna be about today?
So our big tribute is to our mothers and our grandmothers, the girls' grandmothers. They are online, and so I'm so excited because my mama is on, Mama Dupree, and I'm super excited that Mama Carmen, or Connie, I was about to say Carmelita, Mama Connie is on as well. So we love you all, and we have some tributes for you.
Yes, in honor of Mother's Day. And actually, to all our viewers, just so you understand, we're going to actually be just highlighting moms throughout this entire month. Yes. I know that Mother's Day is coming up this coming Sunday, and part of why Anita and I were just sort of heavy-hearted with this is because our moms are on the West Coast, and we're here together, so we don't get to see them, and hopefully once COVID lifts, we can, maybe do something else that will allow us to see them more often, but this is an awesome way. We want to thank our production team and everybody for allowing this to come together so we could have our precious moms on for something that we hold near and dear. But throughout this month, we are going to be highlighting different moms and bringing different moms on that are doing great things. But we absolutely had to start with the first ones, which was our moms. So take it away, you guys. Nita, you want to start? Or?
Sure, I'll start. Mom, your card is in the mail. Your Mother's Day card. But I wanted to start. There's so much that I can say about my mother, but she has been my supporter. Mm-hmm. My uncle, her brother, calls me the I Have a Dream lady because I always had a new gimmick I was coming up with. So my mom always supported me. She loved on me.
In spite of.
And so she's always been there. And so I appreciate my mom. I always have looked up to her because she has such a calm personality, calm character, and I am just kind of opposite sometimes because I'm like that raging bull. But Mom, she has taught me, set me set a standard with just the type of mother, the woman to be, woman of God. And so, Mom, I love you, and I just can go on and on. But I just appreciate all that you have done for us and all that you have done. And just appreciate you.
Absolutely.
And then I also just want to add to Mama Connie because she has known me. I felt like I've just known her all my life because Am and I have been together forever. And so I also want to shout you out because, you are a second mother to me. And so I just appreciate you as a mother and the beautiful example that you are and just seeing you today. And so, I love you and I just appreciate you. And I want to give y'all your flowers while y'all are living.
Absolutely. Yes. Well, I mean, I can't piggyback off of that, Anita, but absolutely. First and foremost, I just want to say, one of the wonderful things about motherhood is you're always learning. You're each phase of being a child of a mother or being around your mother, you're always learning. And I learned so much and just grew so much of an appreciation for my mom through this last, 2019, where she showed strength that I didn't think, I didn't know how she was going to get through it. I didn't know how I was going to get through it, but she did it. And she was my positive rock. And she would call me and we would talk and just in going through that, I was able to really just appreciate the bond of mothers and what that all means and just how she came full circle being there for her mom, and then here I am now having to be there for her, and we supported one another, and so that whole bond just came together, and the way God did that was just miraculous and beautiful and wonderful. And so, Mom, I'm so delighted and excited to have you on today so that I could tell you and the world and everybody how much I appreciate you, the examples that you've set in my life. We talk about this all the time. I appreciate the choices that you made to allow me to be raised in an environment that allowed me to be able to be with Nita and exposed to Mrs. Dupree and Grandma. And you made excellent choices for me, and I thank you for that. And I love you for it. And I will see you soon. And I'll be able to love on you. And my card is in the mail as well. So please bear with the postal service. And to Mom Dupree, yes, the thought that counts. Mom Dupree, I can't say enough. You stood in the gap for me in times where I just appreciate you for everything, the example, the just the grace that you exude. There's two women that I used to watch and pay attention to. That was one Claire. Well, yeah, she was. I lived with her, but I watched the Cosby Show faithfully because I liked Claire Huxtable, and I thought she was cool because she was a lawyer that was a mom. And the other one was Mrs. Dupree, and it was because of just the way she was. She'd sing and she could laugh, and she could do everything, you know, and I just love being able to grow up around you, Mrs. Dupree, and I love you, and I love everything about your example that you set. And so thank you so much for being that other mom in my life, and I appreciate you. So happy Mother's Day to you all. We love you. And girls, what about y'all?
I don't really have much to say. I'm kidding.
We're going to let the girls say something real quick, and then you all share if you want.
I mean, I have like both of my moms here, like my mom and my second mom, pretty much. Mom, I just want to thank you for, you just taught me so much, and I know, like, sometimes you're like, Elise, I just don't know what to do, but like, you've always, one thing that I really appreciate that you've taught me is like how to like just like think through things. Like you've taught me not to make impulsive decisions, like to sit down and just really relax and just think about, you know, what's in front of you, like what's going on. And I just really appreciate that about you. You've always taught me how to be a classy woman and how to carry yourself and everything. And I always get compliments about how I carry myself, how I'm very classy and very mature, and I can't take any credit for that.
Oh, well, thank you. Well, you know, it comes down. We pass that down. So I'm glad that trend is continuing. So thank you.
And that bond, like, that mother-daughter bond is just so tight. Like,
yeah.
Listen, y'all. Listen, sometimes I be ready to cut all my friends off, and she's just always like my bestie. So.
Yeah, well, thank you. I
love that.
I'm glad. That's the one compliment that I'm going to get all year, y'all. So I'm going to take it and own it. Tomorrow we'll be back to normal.
Competing.
Well, thank you. Sakara, you want to say anything to your grandma, your mom? Or?
My tribute goes both to my grandma and my mom. I know I was a very stubborn and bad child when I was little.
No way.
No, I was.
You weren't bad.
You weren't bad at all.
I just had a lot of attitude when I was a child.
She just bullied me and Nia.
That's not. We did not like each other.
I know. That's the thing. Like, we're best friends now. We hated each other. It was so crazy.
For now, we're for lifers.
For life.
Oh, yeah. We knew that was happening. It's just time.
You were not
So, your training has not been forgotten. I always look up to you, and every time my teacher talks about who's my inspiration, I always bring up my grandma or my mom, because you guys I just look up to you all the time. I especially take after my grandma. Her love for psychology, I took after that. I love psychology.
Good. So that's where that comes from.
Yes, I remember vividly when I went to my grandma's house. She had a psychology book, and I just started reading it. And I was so addicted to it. So I love that. And I remember when I was little, I used to beg you to get the Shirley Temple movies.
Those are the best. Yes. Anita turned me on to Shirley Temple movies. Oh, I love those. Yep.
So everybody always says I have an old soul, and it was because of my grandma. She always taught me to always love each other, be kind, be compassionate, always carry myself as a young lady.
Excellent. Very
nice. In fact, Sakara used to call her mama. And
so
she called me mommy. But
they call her mama.
Yeah, that was her mama.
That's awesome. That's usually how it goes.
They have a bond.
That's beautiful.
I love her.
Yeah.
I contribute also to my mom and Grandma Connie.
Of course.
Definitely. I definitely think before we moved out here, we were, like, all three of us were very close with Grandma Connie. Always be at her house.
Oh, yeah.
Every weekend between her
she
and
was the
grandma.
spot. She was the hangout spot.
I always enjoyed, like, being around her, especially because she always used to spoil us whenever we used to go to the dollar store. She's been, like, we used to get hella candy, and it was just good memories with my grandma. I always keep up with her. I always text her here and there, always letting her know how I'm doing with, like, school and family, my life or whatever. And she's just a good person, like, seeing where she's come from and how she's overcome certain obstacles in her life, where she is now. Like, she's just a really good role model. My mom, like Elise, I can't really top what you said, but you definitely do teach me things. You do have her up and downs, but at the end of the day, I do love you. You really do a good job on, like, giving us really good advice and, like, how to, like, be a woman when we get older. And, like, you really do a good job of, like, portraying that in the house and stuff, how to be like a respectful wife and an amazing mother, and I just really look up to that. Like I really look up to like how you are like with your kids and like your family. I really look up to that. Like, that's something I want to be when I get older. So
Thank you both. All right. Well, we love you guys.
Love you all.
Yeah.
Oh, we forgot the question of the day.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
there we go.
So we have an icebreaker / question for our grandmothers. And the question is, what is one piece of advice that you would give to any
A
new
mom,
mom?
someone that would be a new mom.
Any new mom. No one here. But
Better not be.
no
And that's certainly ain't happening.
but what's a piece of advice or advice that you would give to a new mom?
Connie, you want to go first?
I didn't get to see. I'm on the phone, so it's breaking up. I hear some parts of what she said, but it's breaking up on mine.
Mom, the question was, can you hear us?
Oh.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, I hear you, but it breaks up.
Okay. So I'm going to ask the question.
now.
Okay. So I'm going to ask the question that Elise said that they're going to ask, and that is, what would be a one piece of advice that you would share for someone that would be a new mom?
Oh, you asked the wrong one because I had grandma. I don't know for that because I had help.
That's right. So that would be your advice, to get help. Make sure you have some help.
Have people in your corner.
That's right.
That's right. That's
Support
right.
system.
Yeah, because for me too, having a child was something different. I wasn't one of those that picked up babies and took care of the people's kids. So having a child is really something new. So she's totally right. Having someone you can call on that's been through it, someone who can mentor you through the program. I'll say program through being a mother. Is very But also to say have some patience, have a lot of patience, along with the love.
Oh, yes.
of the child. That's something
right.
really important. And with God's help, it takes you through and you learn sometimes the hard way. But again,
That's right.
I think it's very important.
Yes. Okay, girls.
Yeah.
Very good.
Great question.
That's a great question.
Thank you.
That's a good question.
Good question.
All right.
Okay, well, that wraps up our segment for our tributes to our moms. Thank you all for coming on. We love you.
Yes.
Love you guys.
Thank you, guys. Love you guys, too.
Thank you so much for having us. Love you all.
You're welcome.
Absolutely. Have a happy Mother's Day.
Yes, happy Mother's Day.
Happy birthday
Thank
to
you.
Oh,
Thank
thank
you,
you.
guys.
Thank you. Okay, so next is our tribute to who, Em?
All right, so a lot of stuff is going on this week. So we have Cinco de Mayo, we have Mother's Day coming up on Sunday, but also this whole week is Teacher Appreciation Week.
Yes.
So we wanted to invite someone that is very special to us that we happen to know that attends our church, but also is a teacher. So this was her opportunity to come on, and we're going to have her share a little bit about just letting her know we appreciate her, but also to just share what her experience has been as a teacher, especially in the last year or so with COVID and everything. So I'm going to go ahead and have Miss Shanika. She's on right now, right? Yes. Okay. She's on. Shanika.
Hey, Shanika.
How are you? Happy Teacher Appreciation. Hey, happy Teacher Appreciation Week.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Well, we're so thankful that you could come on and join us, and we won't take too much of your time, but we just wanted to sort of have you share with us about, how has your week been, but also, how has it been being a teacher? Like, how did you come into wanting to be a teacher? And, a lot of times teachers are like, is someone else in the family is a teacher and you're inspired to be. So why don't you share a little bit about that?
Well, first, my week has been kind of hectic, but okay. It's testing for us. So it's, kind of hectic, but I love testing time. So it's fine for me. And like you said, I came into it because I had a lot of family members that were teachers as well. My dad was a teacher. He was a principal for years, decades. So It was kind of something I, figured I'd tread the waters, and it stuck with me.
All right. Well, I think you're an excellent teacher. I've seen you at church with your class and your creativity and your patience and everything. You definitely have it. It's in you. Everybody can't be a teacher because I can't.
But she,
No, I can't.
Miss Shanika has it. She has it. She works beautifully with the children, and
My
I see
patience comes from my own kids.
There you go.
There you go. That's where it starts.
It's funny too because you would think teachers would not have kids, but
Right.
I know.
I think you pull a lot of your experience from that too. So that's cool.
And I want to recognize, because Shanika, at church, you know, a lot of teachers do not like to teach because they've been teaching all week. But then you don't mind going on and teaching our young children even during, Sabbath school.
Oh yeah,
and so
that's
I
a good
appreciate
point.
that. Yeah.
And that's a good
She's
point.
a hard worker. So it just tells you about her love for children, and I see it all the time.
That's great.
Yeah.
Guys, questions?
Sure, for me when I get to teach at church, because the kids there, it's a different level for me. You have kids that that are grounded in Christ, and you can tell. So it's a different level. And on top of that, like I said, my own kids, I want someone to take that same passion with my children.
That's true.
For others. And so, in the event that, like they said, get help. Yes, get help. Because I could not do it by myself. My mom was there for me. She was very big in that with my kids. So it's like I try to pass that down with someone else's kids too.
Excellent. Now, what grade are you teaching right now?
Right now, I teach 7th grade.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
What's the youngest grade that you've ever taught?
6th grade.
Oh, okay. So nothing below 6th grade?
No.
Okay.
What's the
My son
oldest?
has taught me that is not for me. He is the only elementary kid that I can teach. Hold on, let me correct that. That will allow me to teach him. So yeah, I try not to go anything below that. So 6th grade is my youngest.
Understand. What was your question?
What's the oldest grade that you've taught?
I've taught up to actually grade 12.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
We didn't know
Okay.
that.
I always thought she was a younger, like
Yeah.
a elementary.
Okay.
Because she does so well with all this.
Yeah, the kids at church.
That's really cool. Okay.
See, you can do that. I can't. Even I teach for Sabbath school, right? And so
You're good, Anita. You're very good with your class.
No, because I can say let's color. That's the basic that I can do.
You can't color the whole school year.
Yeah, girl, we be coloring. Okay, we're cutting out stuff. And
You do have a whole box full of coloring.
Yes,
Coloring sheets.
everybody keep bringing them to me. So
Sometimes that works with even the older ones, because sometimes you'd be surprised that you break out something for them to color and they're like, ooh, colors. And I'm like, okay, let's work with this.
That's a really good point, Shanika. And Nia brought it up. I know Garnett myself. Sometimes you'll catch us. We'll pull out Annalise's coloring books, and it's calming and relaxing.
I'm a painter.
Oh, a painter. Well, that's fun
I'm a
too.
painter.
Yeah. Well, Miss Painter.
I have a question for Mrs. Shanika. How has teaching been since COVID? Has it been easier or hard?
It's been different. My word is different. It's definitely been different, because now instead of just having my kids face to face with me and I can pull this when I can pull that when I can huddle them together, it's a bit different in that now I have 2 platforms. Sorry about this background. This is my son again teaching me. And so now I have 2 platforms to work with. And it gets a bit challenging at times simply because, you have the kids online. You can't really pull them physically and be like, hey, wake up. We got to do this. We got to get this done. So it's a little harder to reach, especially those that are online. But some of them, they are on it. You can tell. So I would say it's different. It's not hard, but it's just different.
well, let me tell you, I think we said in the first episode that we have a greater appreciation for teachers since COVID.
Yes.
So I will get on the picket lines for y'all. If y'all need me to advocate for a higher way, anything, I'm here for you. I don't want you all to be dismissed and quit.
This is why I was wanting to know what her week is like, because I'm trying to figure out what teacher did a parent go buy a car for, because I'm trying to figure out, did y'all get some good gifts for teacher appreciation, like cars, paying off student loans? I'm saying we need to go big.
Big, yeah. This is a big tribute.
Ain't no need for no cards and no candy.
Right.
Right.
So, yeah, that'd be nice.
I think COVID has inducted y'all past cards and candy. Y'all need loans paid off. Y'all need cars.
Yeah.
Pay raises. All that good stuff, because it's been one interesting year to include just up to date.
Right.
Our kids, or I should say, on Elise's school, we got a notice at what time, Garnett? 9 in the morning that they were going.
It was like 7.
7 in the morning that they were going remote for 2 weeks.
For 2 weeks, yeah.
So it's interesting where you have to scramble and kind of adjust and everything. But listen, we just wanted to bring you on and chat with you real quick and just give you some appreciation. So in light of that, go for it. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, we couldn't get you a new car or a house, but we did get you a little flower pot.
Yes. And the message says what?
Thank you. It will be my first plant for my new house.
Yes.
That's so exciting. So she did get a house.
You got
We ended up getting a house.
No, she's saying when she get her house.
Nice.
We claim it.
Well, hey, hallelujah.
There you go. Read the message.
The little message says, "Happy Teacher Appreciation. Thank you for all that you do." So, thank you for everything. And this is for you next time we see you.
You're very welcome. And actually, just to highlight her a little bit more, Shanika's a part of our production team.
She is.
When you see the lovely displays on our table and the rest of the team, they added Shanika, and she's been an absolute wonderful blessing.
Amazing.
So, thank you. She's the one that fixes hair and makes sure things are in place.
right.
And make sure that everything looks the way it's supposed to be when we go live. So
thank
Shanika,
you.
we appreciate you so much, and thank
I
you for
love
all.
you guys. You're my family. You did good tonight. I love this get up. I love it.
That's Cinco de Mayo. Yeah. Come on,
Don't get ever started.
come on, Anita was supposed to bring her sombreros, but she didn't.
I messed up.
I was going to show out, but she.
I can't believe it. I can't empty. So, sorry.
Well, anyways, thank you so much, Shanika. And guys, we're at that time again. We gotta call it a day.
Call it a night.
Well, since we're shouting out teachers, I don't know if my teachers will ever see this, but I want to shout out my first period chemistry teacher.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, because of him, I've fallen in love with science even more. Growing up, I was in STEM and I always liked science class. I hated math, but science was my thing. And going into chemistry class, everybody was like, "Oh my gosh, don't do chemistry, it's so hard." And I was well, it's too late now, so I'm just gonna have to struggle through. But he made the class so interactive, and he just did such a good job this year. Notes, amazing notes, answers questions so well. He teaches so amazing. His name is Mr. Jonathan Hanrahan. I don't know. Hanrahan.
Oh,
What you call him in class?
I don't. I just say Mr. Yeah, or Mr. J.
Mr. Jonathan.
Yeah, Mr. or Mr. J. But he is an amazing teacher. He knows I love his class. I told him, he was like, "Really?" I was like, "Yes, I love your class. You're my favorite class." So, and
go ahead.
And also my ROTC instructors, they're amazing too. Yes, we've had some ups and downs, but those are they're so amazing.
Well, they allow you to express yourself.
Yeah, they do. We have really good debates in class, and it's a great class. They're Mr. Robert Waltich and Colonel. I know Colonel is Colonel, but Mr. Robert Waltich also, he's chief. So yeah,
Very good.
those are my teachers.
And see, what you brought out is that teachers, you all shape sometimes what children are interested in the way you present the information and how you teach. And so, that's very much appreciated, because when you can present something well and make it, just fun for a child,
right?
They will not realize how much, that they really pick up that interest, or they really, I'm sorry.
No, that's excellent, and that's a really good point. And it's always a teacher that you always remember.
Yeah.
There's always one. And I was going to close this out, but I have to bring this up, because the other day Anita and I were trying to come up with a quote or a poll question for who did we think was the most impactful teacher, our favorite teacher. And we got Zero people. Nobody
Y'all weren't
responded.
answering again this week.
Yeah, y'all ain't acting right on Facebook polls, but that's okay. But then we turned around and asked, I said, you know what, Anita? I said, we asked who the favorite teacher was and we got 0. But I bet you if we ask anybody who's the most cutest teacher, we would get all sort of people. And sure enough, Garnett comes down the hallway talking about Miss Green. Miss Green. And he's in production showing us now Miss Green. And I have to tell you,
Not even in the camera.
and I have to share this.
Camera.
Garnett said that Miss Green's policy, she was a teacher that when they would act up, he would bring them she would bring the little boy or the little child up to the front of the class and hold their hand while she would continue instructing. And so he told us that he spent his whole school year
Acting up.
showing out so he could go up front and hold Miss Green's hand.
Horrible.
So we have learned that next time when we do a contribute to our teachers, we certainly will add that poll question.
Which teacher did you like?
You start acting up. He'd be like,
Yeah,
Yep.
A mess.
and there it is again.
ready to grab her hand.
Oh, brother.
So we have enjoyed
never had a good
and we've enjoyed
That is a
appreciating
shame.
our teachers this week and just definitely bringing you on, Shanika. We appreciate
Yeah,
you.
she was
And also we want to highlight our homeschool teachers. They do they do a phenomenal job. That's a commitment and it's a God-fearing role to be able to do that. And so thank you so much for all of those that are out there doing that as well. And for all the teachers that are committing themselves to just making this community and this world a better place. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I want to end on this note to wish all mothers happy Mother's Day. I pray that you all have a wonderful Mother's Day in whichever way you choose to celebrate it. And we are celebrating you all week and all month. So we have thank you so much for coming on tonight. We ask that you guys continue to support us in watching our shows and tuning in. And we thank you so much for all your love and support. Remember to
think big,
Pray big.
Do big.
all right. Have a good week. Have a good night. Bye.